On today's video, we're streaking. Everybody's doing it. We're streaking. Yo, man. Joe Budden is made the news yet again. If anyone don't know, Joe Budden went to a neighbor's house naked. But here's the thing. He didn't just go over to a neighbor's house and ring the doorbell and try to get in put the numbers in as if he lived there. But the whole reason because of why he even was doing that in the first place. Joe Budden's a sleepwalker. I know it's kind of hard to digest because you're like, how can you be at his age and sleepwalk? The last time I can remember me sleepwalking was when I was a kid, like 8 years old. But to still sleepwalk as an adult, that's a whole nother, that's something you may need to go talk to a doctor about. And naked. Now, this was all in the same building where Joe was shooting his podcast, where he always shooted, where you saw the waters in the back, the beautiful scenery and all that. That was in that building. And if I'm not mistaken, Edgewater, New Jersey. So neighbor filed a complaint, got him, kicked out the building. And I think Joe is in court right now, trying to get this whole situation cleared so he could be able to, but right now at the same time while he's, in court with this whole situation, he is still looking currently, trying to seek for a new place for the JBP. Now, Joe Budden, he's an entertaining guy, but he got a couple screws loose, but in an entertaining type of way. But nothing is entertaining when you come to somebody's door, ring the doorbell, allegedly. Try to type the numbers because the fancy places, they got the little numbers you type in there, for the doors to unlock if you know the numbers because it's like onto the door or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, like, if Joe Budden was anywhere other than New Jersey, he probably would have been shot. But I don't know. But it just depends on who door he goes to. Now, he's in New Jersey where a lot of, mixture of blacks, like Italians. In other words, white Caucasians. And I feel like that was the safe location. But I'm still trying to put in the back of my head is like when I seen this Will Ferrell piece from a movie, I never seen this movie. But when I seen this clip, I just couldn't do nothing but, because it says right above the video, Joe Budden. I'm thinking about cropping that out. I may just crop that out because y'all may not see it. Y'all may see it. But they say Joe Budden is running around Jersey like this. And when I'm seeing and I'm listening to Will Ferrell, I'm like, damn. That sounds exactly like some stuff that Joe would say. Just imagine one of his exes just so happened to be driving and he just running down the street naked. Because they wouldn't let him in and he thinking like that's his place, but it's not his place because he's sleepwalking and he's just running down the street and he wake up out of his sleep and one of his exes so happened to be driving and he said, what the hell are you doing? We're streaking. Everybody's doing it. What are you talking about? Everybody, there's more coming. We're streaking. Yo, this is so funny, man. Like, I couldn't stop laughing at this because this situation is just like, dog, like they go back to me saying, like, just imagine if you were an adult and you slept walk and you was naked, sleepwalking, and you go to somebody else's doorstep. afterwards, after the fact, you have to think about yourself, like, that could be a dangerous thing, man. Because, like, you could sleepwalk and walk into the street. Drunk driver could be driving, and you out of here. Or you can walk and it'll be like a ditch somewhere, and you don't even know that you're walking, you outside, and you walk in that ditch. You can seriously hurt yourself. So this goes back to when I was telling y'all when I was like, Joe Budden, had some couple screws loose, because ain't nobody sleepwalking at that age and everything is normal, everything is fine. As far as like mentally, emotionally, all these tests, everything's checked out, everything is good. There's no way in hell, not at that age. Not at that age. Not whatsoever. So with this situation and this him bringing it on and talking about it on the pod, he had to. He had to talk about this shit. Because he knew if people gonna get a hold to it on social media, on Instagram, Twitter anyway, and they gonna roast him for it. So why not just talk about it? So that way you shedding the light to it, like, okay, I'm with the joke, so I'm just gonna bring it up myself. But how can you be so deep into a sleepwalk, right? To go so far to go to I'm thinking like, okay, he had to walk outside of his building, of his house, to go into the building, another building of where they shoot the pod at, right? Like, think about the distance. And throughout that whole time, he didn't wake up out of sleep. Walking not one time. Well, I'm saying not one time. It only takes one time. But he didn't wake up, he was just sleepwalking the whole time. Part of me believed that Joe Budden probably wasn't sleepwalking. That nigga just crazy. He knew that this whole thing was going to be talked about. And he knew that this could be a topic, because he's always when it comes down to things trending and things like going like, most talked about, whether you can say viral or whatever. This is this nigga's speciality. You understand me? So I'm not really all the way full in buying the whole sleepwalking and him going outside somebody's house naked. Now I believe that he got kicked out the building, but I don't necessarily want to say it was because of that. This was just the most thing that they could feel like, okay, this could be most talked about and made funny about if we just say he was sleepwalking naked. I don't want to see no proof, because if he said and he said, I'm gonna just run with it and believe it. I ain't gonna be like, I don't believe it till you have to show me. I ain't gonna sit there and believe that. So I'm gonna take his word, but part of me is kind of like, this could be a funny thing that could be really talked about a lot on the internet. So why not say that this is what he did, so we can make funny of it and everybody can talk about it? I'm making a video about it. So this could only just show you that you never know how far a nigga will go to whether it go viral or to be talked about. This bring more notoriety to the pod, of course, to people that ain't subscribed, that probably want to subscribe after seeing or hearing this whole him doing all this, going viral and sleepwalking naked and going to his neighbors, outside of his neighbors' building or whatever. Because they say that him and his neighbors weren't getting along. So I guess in Joe's head, this is like built on like frustration of having to deal with these people. And so you don't know if he going to sleep with that on his mind, and then his body just woke up out of his sleep, but he was still asleep. And he felt like, okay, I'm tired of this. I'm finna go take care of this. but not really fully knowing that he's still asleep. That sounds like some Joe Budden-ish to me. If I ain't never heard it, it is. Now, I don't really like this new, the old spot. And the reason why I don't like the old spot is because I don't like that hell shit, like in the little poster, little hell, little posters behind them. I don't like that. I don't really know what's the point or why that's even up there. Like the other two on the end is cool, but that middle joint with the hell with it, like the little red little demon thing, I'm not jacking that at all. I like the old spot a whole lot better, so hopefully the newer spot will be, you know, better than the old spot with them, with the waters behind. But that water scenery, man, that was a beautiful scenery. I ain't gonna lie. Feel like they was somewhere in on the Atlantic strip of the Atlantic Ocean. Like it give us some type of vibe, like you near the beach type thing, man. Whew. It's gonna be hard to top that. But yeah, man. So y'all can let me know what y'all think about this whole situation, because this is something that's really is very comical, but at the same time, if it's something serious and this is for real and he actually have a sleepwalking pattern, then hopefully, you know, he get this situation taken care of, because next time he probably gonna be thrown in jail. You know what I mean? Because they could look at it like, okay, he already had a first incident with this situation. And he got like, you know, he may be able to pull his way out because it's the first time situation. But second time, I don't know. And I ain't even talking about just jail. You better make sure you stay around a whole bunch of rich white folks, because if this situation happened again, the only bet would probably be that he would probably get locked up, maybe. But make sure your next pod, make sure it's around a whole bunch of white folks, just like Edgewater. So if you sleepwalk again, you can be safe without being, you know, shot. You know? Rich white people are a whole lot more patient than the trailer park ones. But that's it. That's all. Sensei Reality TV. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Happy New Year to everybody. Let's get it going. Let's get it popping. I'll see y'all in the next video. One love. Peace.